Good morning, Crypto Land. I am the Crypto Apostle. This is the Crypto Apostle, the smallest crypto channel in the interweb with no FUD, no leverage trading, none of that crazy stuff. Just a cup of coffee. Good morning, and thank you for joining me. I see we've got Lars, we've got Crypto Bois, we've got Christopher, we've got Rosalie, we've got Chucky, we've got JDMR VSC. Hello, Rose and Christopher. Hello, everyone. Hope you're well. Hit up the chats. We will talk about crypto and how we are trading sideways. Wow, isn't it a wonderful time to buy for your hodl? Things are at such a discount right now. It's such a wonderful time to say, hey, I want to get myself just a little bit more Ethereum than I thought I would be able to get this time around. A little bit more Bitcoin than I thought I'd be able to get this time around. Some more Cardano than I thought I'd be able to get this time around. I'm actually really excited. Today's payday. It's Friday. So for those of you who are getting paid today, although don't forget about the important things. We talking about crypto? I thought you were going to open with a cake recipe. Oh, blah. Good morning, Agrius. Morning, Justin. We're having online beer party with my work in an hour. Good for you, Lars. Last night was an online beer party at work. Yeah, I was slinging drinks, and yeah, maybe I should just change to the crypto bartender. I end up talking to everyone about it. Turns out that one of the bartenders I work with, there's a guy who comes in who she thinks is really cute, and she wants to start dating. And he and I started talking crypto, and the next thing you know, he's paying more attention to me than he's paying to her. So what can you do? It's how guys are, right? Yeah, and we should have some online crypto happy hours. Speaking of, first order of business. I'm not a financial analyst or advisor or anything. So I am a crypto content creator. If you're looking for an advisor, go find an advisor. Go find a good advisor. But I've been in this for 7 years, so take what I say for what you say. Anywho, also, you'll notice in the info for the video, I have added a new Discord, along with the other Discord, the DexStrats Discord. I have also added a Crypto Apostle Discord, which you guys are more than welcome to join. Come and join us over there. That will be a direct way to get in contact with me about ideas for what we should talk about on the channel, because I love getting people engaged and love talking about what they want to talk about. So I'll probably have a little poop coin channel in there where people can drop their poop coins in, and we can laugh about the market dropping them like a rocket. I think we'll look at Doge later, and I'm sure that's, oh God, I know people who are hurting right now. I told them, put your money somewhere where it counts, man. At least with Cardano, you get 5% each year. You don't even have to count on the market going up or down. You get 5% regardless. Yeah, what can you do? So yeah, I mean, everything's been trading pretty much sideways, it looks like, for the last couple of days. Let me flip this over to chart. I'm barely awake. Let's put my face there. Oh, and if you guys haven't done it so already, please do. What am I doing? I'm pushing buttons. Subscribe to the channel. Yes, I have a little animation. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. I am on four times a week. Maybe soon more. We'll figure it out. Maybe I just won't schedule these things and I'll just do them in the mornings, my time, which is afternoons, other people's times, and evenings, other people's times. But yeah, so without further ado, let's pop over to our lovely friend, oh gosh, who's not taking up enough of my screen yet. There we go. Yeah, goodness sakes alive. So we are doing our lovely thing, which is now 44 days of correction. I'm counting it as 44 days from the height. That's pretty tough. Admittedly, that's really tough to deal with. People have trouble dealing with that. The last few days have been pretty, wow, okay, maybe that did not need to happen. Let me get that fixed so that doesn't happen again. That was really a pain. That's better. I like that. That way that thing doesn't flip down. Yeah, V-shaped recovery, sort of bouncing around. For those of you who like the Fibonacci's, obviously, swing low. No, stop. Yep. Swing low. That's about a swing high. So yeah, we've been kind of trailing around inside of a channel or thereabouts. So we've got a ways to go. We fell out. We've got to turn this into support. We need to get above it. We need to get some separation. But I'm not huge into TA. That's actually, there was the funny thing about the dude at the bar last night. He was like, yeah, me and my buddy, we've been, we're learning technical analysis, and then we're going to really, and I'm like, no, really, it's all tea leaves, man. It doesn't really work. Glass of wine here in Hong Kong. Rose, good to hear. How long do you think it will take to recover? I think it'll take a while. I would not be surprised. What are we in? May, we're going into June. I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised if it took most of June. I know no one wants to hear that, but I really wouldn't be surprised. And honestly, think about all the pay periods that you can actually leverage buying more. Not leverage buy, but buy more long-term hodl positions. This is a really great time to buy more long-term hodl positions. I'm sure at some point in the future, that there's going to be bounce back by July, or we'll see. There is a big liquidation that is set, I think, mid-June. If I remember right, that mid-June is a liquidation point. So there may be a point of max pain. There's a theory that's going around that there are some big investors who are joining. I don't know if you guys watch George's channel or The Modern Investor. Those are two that I really like. Cryptos Are Us and Modern Investor. But they've been talking about how Carl Icahn, and poor Modern Investor is pronouncing it wrong. It's not Icahn. It's not Lachan or whatever. It's Icahn. It's Carl Icahn. He likes to go through the point of max pain. So he likes to wreck everyone. And it may be a very good sign that he's already put $1.5 billion into the market. That's what he's talking about putting in, is $1.5 billion into the crypto market. So whatever that point of max pain is, they want to wreck both the shorts and the longs. Your top 5 hodl list, obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Matic. Matic has been performing really well. Those are kind of like my top 4 hodls. I've got a couple of meme hodls. I hodl some fun little things like Potcoin, which is just a silly thing, but hey, the cannabis market does need its own thing. So it might take off. It could be the next Doge. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe not. It does private transactions, and they're doing a lot of development. I actually talked to the guys at Potcoin about a month and a half ago. We connected on Twitter and did a Zoom chat one morning, which is really cool. I'll have to, at some point, I'm going to start bringing some people on, because I have the ability to actually bring people on the channel and talk to them, and we'll have some fun with that. But yeah, bounce back probably around July-ish. I don't know. That's the problem with trying to make predictions. There's really at this point, there's no way of really knowing. And if I remember right, like the market was pretty. Let's net unrealized profit is probably a good way of going back and looking at this. Okay, so previous market is right about here. And if we are going to look at July, so we did have a big dip in July. And we traded sideways for most of June. 2017, we did trade sideways for most of June. So, and we've been front running the previous market. And by front running, I mean like we've had certain pieces we've been hitting. Like we hit our localized high, not our final top, but we hit a really good high earlier than we did in 2017. So we hit our big high here in April. And you'll notice that in the previous cycle, we hit a big high in June. So we were about 2 months early on that. So maybe we do, let's see here. This one took June 11th all the way, woo, and that was a big final dip, all the way to July 20th. So that was about 41 days in between the two. So maybe around June 20th, we actually go back up. And we did have a further low. Let's see if we can actually zoom out a bit. I know how to do this now. I have a button. And we want to do a little investigation look. So, yeah, this was 35 days between these two pieces right here. And that was a 41% correction. And that was about 5th of June all the way over to 10th of July, really recovery near the end of July. So 42 days. Maybe we're getting closer. 49 days. Maybe we're a lot closer to recovery than we think we are. Just saying. Oh dear, what have I done? Yeah, maybe we're a lot closer because we are actually heading. We're on 42 days from this. It depends on where you really want to look at the chart from. Are you deciding that it's the real high on 12th of April, or is it on the closer high, which is May 3rd? So yeah, we really could be somewhere within 2 weeks of the recovery, whatever that looks like. I really don't know what that looks like at this point. So, but I know it's going up. I do know it will go up at some point. Excited to hear about Potcoin. Yeah, Potcoin's a fun one. I got in it back in 2017. It stakes. It was a good way of teaching myself how to do a staking coin. And I think everyone should learn how to stake because it's not easy to do right now. I mean, it is easy in some places to do, but it's not easy. It's not easy yet. You really kind of need to, like Cardano needs to be on a wallet to stake it. And not all of us have Binance to be able to do yield farming and all those other things. So, yep, there you go. Net unrealized profit, we are in the zone of anxiety. We're in anxiety right now. I know a lot of you guys are anxious. But every time this happens, you're going to numb a little bit more, and you're going to say, okay, at this point, it's time to switch strategies. It's time for me to switch from doing the trading that I've been doing. That's just going to take some time to recover. And it's time to dollar cost average into longer term positions, really bring those costs of longer term positions down. Like if you had bought Cardano at $2, now is a good time to bring that overall cost of Cardano position down towards the $1.75 territory. So you're making some money. Yeah, 37,000 isn't bad. Please, I remember when we were all griping, will it ever get over 20,000? Stock to flow deflection, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we're trading sideways. Exchange balance. Yeah, that's all exchanges. Coinbase is a good one. Yeah, they are still flatlining. That is a stepladder down. Eventually, someone is going to come in and they are going to do a very big buy. And whether that person is Carl Icahn, that business is Apple, or it is Amazon, it is going to happen. You know, we're all just basically treading water until the next big whale, big fish really jumps into the pool. And they're all doing what they can to push the price down so that that next whale says, ooh, this is perfect. I'm jumping in right now. Look at this as a great opportunity. Really, we need these bigger whales to jump in because they're going to add more stability in the long run because they're not going to be selling. And they're also going to be the reasons why we end up with a supply squeeze. They're the reasons why Bitcoin will be valued so high because the billionaires jump in and they're going to buy up so much the millionaires are going to have nothing to buy. They're going to have absolutely nothing to buy. You know, there's a reason they're billionaires. Just saying. Yeah. Moving right along, Bybit. We didn't really have any big liquidations today. Amazing to look at this chart and see what those big liquidations are. We do have one coming up. I think it is June, mid-June, probably. Whatever that mid-June is. You see our mid ones are really the ones. April 17th, that was at $10 billion. We had a 7.5 on May 18th. So June is, I believe, the largest one of all time. So whatever that point of max pain is, it will be trying to push to. Blah, regarding bearish market and fears, what do you think about the global market cap? Before the crash, it was 2.4 trillion at its highest. Now it's 1.6 trillion. Seems like such a big drop that we are now bearish. We're really not bearish yet. We just aren't. The total market cap at 1.5 trillion. Yeah, we've lost $1 trillion in market cap, but you know, part of that is the value of Doge has dropped so far. And the value of Doge is going to continue to drop really far. It is infinitely going to zero. Doge is infinitely going to zero. So anyone who has money in it will be losing money and it will be dropping the overall market cap. That's just the way it is. It's interesting, the total 2, which is our market cap minus Bitcoin, is now under $1 trillion. It's fine. Guys, people are still putting money in. We are still overall over $1 trillion market, which is an amazing thing. We've been over $1 trillion market now since boopity boopity boop, December. December, we became over $1 trillion market, and we have stayed over $1 trillion market since December. That is a lot of money, and there'll be so much more money floating in. This is, you can really focus on the short-term get-rich scheme. If that's what you want to do, I'm not going to stop you from focusing on your short-term get-rich scheme, but I promise you're going to be really disappointed when in 4 years people are complaining, oh gosh, we're not a $10 trillion market anymore. Like, you got to think about the long-term prospects. The fact that you're like, oh gosh, we're only a $9 trillion market this week. This will be how we will be talking. It just is the way it is. The Doge effect explains a big drop in cap. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, it's just, it happens. It goes down. It goes up. It happens. You guys have to numb yourself out to the emotional nature of the market and just flip strategies. Now is a time to get your hodl going. Eventually, the market will be rip roaring again, and that'll be the time for you to do the trading, do the algorithmic trading. Is there a way to protect yourself for the market going down? At this point, we don't really have a way. It's only a 10-year-old market. And the idea of algorithmically trading on crypto is still a very, fresh idea. it's something you can do. It's something that normal people can do that would not normally be allowed to algorithmically trade in the traditional markets. So there's a lot more emotional people who are not seasoned traders who are doing it. But I see all sorts of people coming onto the stream. Guys, thank you for coming onto the stream. Just a reminder, please do smash the like button. Smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button, and hit the subscribe. We do have that wonderful subscribe animation. Yeah, that's pretty much like, I'm going to just look through these. Ethereum, yeah, Ethereum's doing its thing. Cardano, let's look at our 4 hours. Yeah, it's a V-shaped recovery. We're definitely, fighting. The bears and the bulls are fighting. Matic, gosh, that looks like but it's still, Bitcoin dominance is back to what is it doing? And that's the thing, like when the market is going in the down direction, money is flowing out of things into Bitcoins, the dominance goes up. Ethereum dominance is looking like a teacup. So that may start going up again. Cardano is flat, 3%. That looks nice and healthy. Cardano looks like it's getting ready for its next leg up because its dominance is staying right up here. It is not falling. Yeah, our CMEs tonight, we're going to have our CME futures, blah, 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 blah. And we're almost done with the May chart. So I will put the June chart up pretty shortly. We'll be able to take a look at that. Litecoin is poopity-poopity-poopity-poop, like everything else right now. Everything is pretty much poop. That's just the way it is. Doge. But Doge is just look at that. Okay. Let's look. Okay, File is really poop. Litecoin, which is traditionally sort of poop. See, this is even at least trying to do sideways. Doge is just like, I don't know. I really feel sorry for people that got wrapped into that project. I really do. Do you think lots of ETH contracts will migrate to Cardano when its network is fully smart contract enabled? I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Everything is poop. Yeah, Crypto Apostle. That is the way I feel, Tim, right now. I've long-term hodl, just time to buy. Yeah. I think that's really going to be up to a couple of different factors. Number one, there is no idea of how smooth the transition is going to go for Ethereum this summer when Ethereum finally flips over to staking. Ethereum 2.0 could be a really smooth transition, or it could be a really rocky transition. If it's really rocky, there's going to be a lot of people who just migrate over to Cardano because Cardano is able to already do staking and is going to have a much faster, much easier contract system. There may be big businesses that flip from Ethereum to Cardano. I know Visa, MasterCard are both talking Ethereum, but these things, they don't necessarily have to do Ethereum. They can literally just drop their contracts into an emulator and it is rewritten for them. Ethereum is the stability with Ethereum. The problem is it's still miners, and the miners have a lot of control versus staking pools. And the miners make their money off of mining. The miners don't make their money off of transaction fees. So we'll see. I still think Ethereum is going to have a place. I think a lot of people are going to use Ethereum. I think a lot of people are going to use Cardano. I think they're both going to have their places in the market. I think the people that are going to flip to Cardano are going to flip to Cardano. I think the people that would prefer to be in Solidity and using a harder programming language, they will be with Ethereum. The same as we have people who are Microsoft people who prefer Windows, and there are people like myself who use Macs and have used Macs and have been very happy to not use Windows. And you'll hear me swearing anytime I use Windows because I just can't deal with the environment. It makes there is no efficiency to Windows. It's very inefficient, the whole interface. Recently, there were several flash loan attacks on Binance Smart Chain platform, and there's going to be that stuff. Yeah. And that's going to hurt the BNB price. And it looks like BNB is lagging quite a bit. How far did that go down? 340. That's a tough one. I know a lot of people were making some decent money on that one. Oh, that's a 70% crash. That's tough. Yep, that is a more traditional crypto crash. That is a 70% crash. That's a tough one. You know, I don't think it's going to necessarily be like the browser wars. I think it's going to be more like Windows versus Apple versus Mac OS. I think that there will be some people who are Apple people. I have a sense that Apple people are more like Cardano people. And I have a feeling there will be PC people who will prefer Ethereum. I just have a sneaking suspicion that's how it's going to be. They'll both share the market cap. I think there's a huge derivatives space for the smart contracts. It's a $40 quadrillion market, supposedly, for derivatives that they're both going to share. Netscape Navigator. Oh, geez, Tim, you're bringing back my memories from the early 90s. Oh, yeah, each has its own use case. And every person has a preference. You know, people have preferences. If you were a miner, you might just prefer using Ethereum even after it doesn't mine anymore. Maybe you retrain and start doing Ethereum smart contracts. Maybe you already have. And that's just what you do. I just prefer Cardano. What can I say? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Anchor, you're down. It's not too bad, though. You see, some of these really aren't that bad. Yeah, 60%. What can you do? I should save some of these. File is a huge disappointment, man. That thing really rocketed up. 220 down to, I can't even. That is a huge drop. That is a huge drop, and this is getting in the way. I wish I had a way to prevent these indicators and things from getting in the way. I do like looking at them. Yeah, that's an 80% correction. Oh, nasty to look at. Luna. How is Luna doing? How is our old friend Luna doing? Luna. US dollar tether. Oof. Look at that cliff. $21 down to, yeah, that is a nasty 80%. Down to 4. Hey, like anything else with this, I don't know Luna. I don't have access to Luna. Any of these things, you should do your research. Make sure it's not a meme coin. Make sure that it has a set supply. Make sure that it actually has use cases. Because things that don't have a set supply and things that don't have use cases are going to fall by the wayside eventually. As the really big money comes in, these things are going to be worth nothing. Absolutely zero. Yeah. Just be careful with what you're putting your money into. I know it's fun. There's some... Luna is behind US Tether on the coin market cap. Please be a little bit more specific, Rose. Let me see if I can pop open Luna and see what Luna does. Luna. Terra Luna. I think that's Terra. Yeah, that looks like the chart. Blockchain protocol that uses fiat-pegged stablecoins to power price-stable global payment systems, according to... Yeah, see, and again, they talk about white papers, U.S. Terra. Yeah, this is... We are not at the point of people speculating on white papers anymore. It is only the people who are new to the market who are speculating on white papers. That's it. I don't even bother speculating on white papers anymore. There's no point. Oh, but it could do this. It could do that. Honestly, it's like a few years ago. So I run a film festival. There was a filmmaker who we were doing a Q&A with. And we asked him, we said, well, what are you doing for distribution? And he replied and said, well, this movie has been made before with A-list actors, and obviously we didn't make this with A-list actors, so we don't have a lot of hope. It's not, it's not going to go anywhere. White papers mean nothing. There are already A-list actors, A-list predators, apex predators who are in this field, in this market, that do pretty much everything. The market's going to get split up between these guys. There are not going to be newcomers. I don't care what you do. There's already newcomers, and there's already phase 2. You've got Ethereum, and then you got phase 2, which is Cardano, who do things better than each other. That's just the way it is. I foresee that definitely once we hit next market, there's going to be zero speculation on white papers because everything is going to be about use. Does it actually do something? No. Then no, I'm not putting money into it. I don't care what kind of a meme it is. You got to look out for yourself. You got to put money into things that actually do things long term. Because I promise you, like, look at me and Potcoin. Potcoin has really lost a lot of value, but it stakes and I get more of it. If it ever goes up, maybe it'll go up. Maybe it'll hit a couple cents. Maybe I don't think it's going to hit $1. Maybe that'd be nice. but it has to do something, and they don't have any. They don't have a lot of the development done. I think my thing is Potcoin's probably another 4 years out because the development they're doing and the development that's going on in the cannabis industry is still kind of a 4 or 10-year plan. 4-year plan, 10-year plan. It's out there a ways. So, yeah. Well, we are slowing down, so I think I am going to get my day going, and I need to get another cup of coffee going. I really enjoy spending my mornings with you guys, and I'm sorry I was a little bit late this morning. I'm still getting work nailed down and everything else. Let's look at Potcoin. You want to look at Potcoin? Oh, gosh. It's not even, like, available on... There it is. It's on Bittrex. That's it. Boopity-boopity-boop. And it's not even opening up. There it is. Yeah. At one point, it did get up to about 6 cents this time around. It's lagging behind like everyone else. They have been doing more development, so, it's been stepping up. I don't know. It's a long-term hodl for me. If it does something, it does something. If not, it's not like it's a massive loss of money. It's just not. I bought it so cheap. Thank you, Sad Face. Thank you for joining me. Again, thank you guys for joining. Thank you for jumping in, chatting with me this morning about crypto. We will keep at this. I will be back Sunday. I'll be back Sunday probably. I haven't even looked at my... I'll announce it. It'll be either like 9 or 10 o'clock. I'll announce it on the... put it in. Do join the new Discord. Come and join us over there. I'm trying to make sure that we allow people to engage as much as possible and suggest things they want to talk about. Yes, always a pleasure, Bois. So as I always say, have a great day. Go out, get outside, get some fresh air. Stop looking at the charts. Take your dog for a walk. Go fishing. Go do something out in nature because it's absolutely useless to spend your entire time looking at the chart and losing your hair and going gray. Yeah, have an excellent